New tonight, the countdown to Trump's takeover of Chicago. A large-scale operation with ICE and Customs and Border Protection is likely to start within days. The plans include using a military base, a Navy base near the city as a hub for the crackdown. This operation is on top of Trump's threats to send the National Guard to Chicago to address crime. Now, the governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, today slamming Trump's anticipated actions.
The intentions here are clear. They want to inflame something. That is what they want. They look at what they did in Los Angeles. Again, people with masks walking around or showing up, driving up in vans and grabbing people off the streets and throwing them in the back of a van. That's not the United States. Again, it's un-American to do something like that.
Out front now, the Lieutenant Governor of Illinois, Juliana Stratton. She is also a candidate for the U.S. Senate there and born and raised in Chicago. Lieutenant Governor, I appreciate your time. And, our understanding from our reporting here is that this is all going down within days. Is that your understanding? And is there anything at this point you can actually do about it?
Your question is this something that we can see as being productive?
No, is this something you can stop? Is there anything you can do to stop it from happening?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that there's anything that we can do to stop it from happening. I mean, clearly Donald Trump wants to make this a manufactured crisis. He wants the chaos to come to a city like Chicago and a state like Illinois. What we can do is not take the bait, and that's what I've been talking about, and that's what the governor has certainly been talking about. You saw that earlier this week. The governor and I stood with stakeholders from the faith community, the business community, community-based organizations and other elected officials to show unity and strength, that we are saying collectively that we do not want federalized troops here in Illinois. We do not want them to come to our state. There's no emergency. And today I was in Lake County, where the Naval Station Great Lakes, where they're planning to start this immigration enforcement effort, purportedly. We don't have any details directly, but that's what we're hearing. And so we went there and stood with leaders to say we are showing strength and unity, that we don't want this to happen. So I don't know if we can stop them from coming, but what I can say is we are going to speak out, we are going to show our unity, and we're going to make sure that as people of Illinois speak out, they're going to do so peacefully and not with any level of violence, because we know that violence will only hurt the people that we are trying so hard to protect.
So Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, came out today. He had some very strong words for the Chicago mayor, who has also said that he does not want this presence of ICE, Customs, Border Patrol, and the National Guard. Here's what Homan said.
Get out of the way, because we're going to do it. I would think he'd be shoulder to shoulder with us, but it's disgusting that he's not. But we're going to be there anyway. So if you don't want to help, get out of the way. We'll do it.
What do you say to that, Lieutenant Governor?
Well, I mean, he asked the question, do you want to help? And this is not about helping. If the federal government, if Homan or Trump wanted to help, then they would coordinate with the state. We did not ask for their presence. We did not get any information. We did not get any coordination. So what are they helping with? There's no emergency right now. Do you know that the last time that federal troops, or National Guard, quite frankly, were federalized against, for a state and sent to a state, was in 1965, when troops were sent by President Lyndon B. Johnson to protect protesters who were marching from Selma to Montgomery. Protesters like my father, Henry, who's now 92 years old, who marched for voting rights. That's how it was used, to protect rights. And now here we are seeing President Trump federalize the National Guard to crush rights. That is not helpful. So we didn't ask for it. We don't want it. The people of Illinois and the people of Chicago don't want this to happen. It's a manufactured crisis. And here's what they want to do. They want to say it's about immigration. They want to come out here and they want to start snatching people off the streets. And any decent human being who has a heart is going to see that, will be upset, and then people will want to, and we encourage people to peacefully protest. But once they get out there and start raising their voices, they want to start saying, oh, look, things are getting out of control and now we need troops. That is not the case.
Yeah.
And again, I'm urging everyone to make sure we peacefully raise our voices and show our power through our peaceful protest.
So, you talk about how they didn't consult you, they didn't ask, there's no emergency. And I understand all that. That may be why former police superintendent Gary McCarthy this week said he's got reservations about what happened, the National Guard specifically is what he was talking about. But then Lieutenant Governor, he went on to say, I would not look a gift horse in the mouth. I think the deployment of the National Guard in a city like Chicago could help with the smash and grab on Michigan Avenue and places like that. I just wonder in that context, is there any reason to take a deep breath and say, even though the whole way that they went about this is wrong and you don't like it, but to use it for good?
I often have to take a deep breath, even with a question that would even bring up, could this be for good? We are seeing the rise, if not the rise of authoritarianism, we are seeing the classic playbook, a page out of the playbook of authoritarianism. And that's what's happening. It can never be normal that we would walk down the streets. I have a 9-year-old, and it's not normal for my 9-year-old to go to school and to see a tank or an armed guard walking down the street. It's not normal for our business owners to try to attract business to their restaurants, their cafes, their small businesses, and know that they're going to be guards walking up and down the street, potentially armed in full uniforms. It's not normal to know that people are being snatched off the street by masked people who are putting them into unmarked cars and taking them who knows where, stomping on the Constitution, overlooking the rule of law, stomping on due process. That is what's not normal. So if that's the kind of help that they are offering, we don't want it. If they want to help, release the $800 million of violence prevention funding that's owed to the state of Illinois. Make sure people have access to quality health care and housing. Make sure people can put food on their tables and feed their children. If they want to help Illinois, do what they're supposed to do as the federal government and lead. We're not seeing leadership out of Washington. I'm going to lead here in Illinois. Governor Pritzker and so many others are going to lead in Illinois. And the people of Illinois will never roll out the red carpet for a wannabe dictator.
Lieutenant Governor Stratton, we appreciate your time and thank you.